From fish and chips and jellied eels to a full English and Scotch eggs, we set out to try some of the most iconic British foods in London. And while sure this video is about food, and we try a lot of it, it's also about two friends, one who's a professional chef, just having fun and exploring unique spots in one of the best cities in the world. Alright, let's jump in and be sure to let me know where I left off in the comments. We started our British food tour with a trip to a Cabmans Shelter to get a bacon roll. Cabmans Shelters date back to the 1870s and you can see dozens of them around the city of London. They're basically like a 19th century drive-thru for horse-drawn cabs so that the driver could get a meal without leaving their cab behind. You used to only be able to go if you were a cab driver, but now they're open to the general public, if you can find one that's still open.
Sausage, egg, ketchup. I love me some ketchup. If I drove a taxi, I'd eat it a lot. Also, if I wouldn't need to eat anything, I'd be able to drive a taxi all day. It's massive.
As we've been sitting here, we saw probably 20 construction workers come up and order. So this is obviously a thing that people eat when they're going to work. And I can tell why. This bacon is so strong. And whatever HP sauce is, I'm definitely down for that too. Park and I went there because we thought it'd be a fun historic spot to see. But we were actually both surprised we loved our smoothies and our sandwiches. But we're going for a full English breakfast now.
Next up, we headed over to the iconic Regency Cafe. This basically feels like a time capsule in the middle of London, and it opened in 1946 and not much has changed since then. The black and white tiles, the booming voice calling out the orders, the simple menu, it's got that old school charm. Plus you know it's good when there's a line out the door on a weekday and you have to wait about 35 minutes just to place an order.
Alright, so we finally made it to the front to get our full English. This is sausage, you got beans, you got tomatoes, you got bread, you got eggs, we got bacon, and then we also got black pudding and bubble and squeak on the side. We're going big right now, doing all the London stuff.
I need a lot of walking today after this.
Mark is doing all of it. He's doing the full review, each piece at a time.
Bacon here is like nice and fatty, super smoky, always thick cut. So the beans in the English breakfast, it almost tastes like they have like some ketchup on them. A little bit of tomato. Nice, they get a nice char on it. On the flat top back there, really sear one side. So it's nice and soft, has a little bit of char. Dip that toast in that bean juice and the egg yolk. It's a good breakfast. It'll get you fueled up.
Try the bubble and squeak now. I read a quote online that this is one of the best peasant dishes that you could have had in the 1800s. So it's just the cabbage, the potatoes, and they fry it. Very simple. You need some salt or some butter or something on it, but it's good. It's very simple.
All right, here we have black pudding. So it's pork sausage, pork blood, groats, which are like pulled grains, and then some beef fat and seasonings. It's like a blood sausage, but it has like almost cereal in it. Oh yeah, I can get down with that. It almost tastes like rye stuffing. Like a stuffing you'd have at Thanksgiving, but with rye bread.
Okay. The consistency is different than what I thought it was going to taste like. But it is interesting, kind of those oats and a little bit of like almost like a crunch you get with it. That's way better than I expected it to be, especially when you hear like blood, sausage, all those kind of words. I can get down with that.
We both left with a great appreciation for the full English breakfast, and I have to say I grew to love beans with my breakfast while I was in the country.
Alright, two things about that spot. One, it was awesome. It was a great breakfast. I loved mixing the bacon with the beans, with the eggs. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Good price. However, I have no idea why you would wait 45 minutes in line for that. I have to imagine there's tons of places to get English breakfast.
I think for the nostalgia, it was an amazing place to be. The breakfast was exactly what you would expect. I think everything was cooked perfectly and tasted great. Waiting in line for 45 minutes, I'd have to have nothing on my docket for the day to do that, I think.
Before heading on to the next food spot, if you're at this cafe and you want to see some art, I would head over to the Tate Britain. It's only about a 9-minute walk and it's an amazing museum that opened in 1897. It was founded by the sugar merchant Henry Tate, who used a lot of his wealth to create public art galleries around London. And it's most well known for its collection of British art, including many pieces from J.M.W. Turner. We spent about 45 minutes here and we could have easily spent more time, and then after that we got in the underground and headed over to Manze. This is one of London's oldest surviving pie and mash shops, and it was originally opened in 1902. Back then, pie and mash was an everyday food of London's working class, especially dock workers. It's basically a minced beef pie served with mashed potatoes and a green parsley liquor sauce. It's just called liquor, it's not actually alcoholic.
All right, so the cool thing she said is that when they used to serve this, they'd serve this to you in the palm of your hand. You would use a spoon to open it up, and then you put the liquor, which is this sauce, and the mashed potatoes inside, and that is how they would eat it. Plus, these are jellied eels, which is, they used to have the eels inside of the pie. I am not gonna lie, I do not want to eat this, but I'm doing it for the video.
It's like a beef pot pie with like a white gravy. The liquor is like a bechamel sauce, so it's just your classic French sauce mixed with a bunch of parsley. Pretty neutral flavor. The pastry that's made, it's not a puff pastry, it's almost like a pie dough. It's stuffed with minced beef. And there's also some dark gravy in there as well.
We got the pie, we got the sauce, we got the mash. Cheers. Wow, that liquor is not good. Oh my gosh, I do not want to eat any more of that sauce. I think the pie and the mashed potatoes are good, but maybe I need like some brown gravy or something to go with that. This is the chili oil they sent. Throw a little bit of that in there. Going for round 2, the chili oil. Okay. Putting this on 150 times better. Still not my favorite thing, but that is totally something I could eat now with that sauce. Definitely could not eat it that way before. On to the jelly eels.
Alright, so these are the jellied eels. So they're eels that are simmered in like eel and fish stock, and then they're cooled down. So like that's all the fish stock and all the gelatin, natural gelatin from the fish and the bones that kind of encase it. She says to kind of tear that off. I don't think there's any refined way to do this. And there's a bone in the middle, so you can't just pop both in your mouth. Kind of got to eat around the bone, like a chicken wing of the sea, you know. It's not something that I would ever want to eat again.
Put some of this on top.
Definitely an acquired taste. Not something that I would come and order. Not something that I would get on a regular basis, but worth trying. Tough to get through the whole bowl, I think.
So I just told Clark that I saw this months ago and I wasn't excited to eat it then, but I'm excited. I'm always excited to have an experience. So this is truly an experience in London right here. 3, 2. Wow. The gelatin on the outside is such a weird like texture experience. Like that mouthfeel is so strange. Alright, Clark did it, so I'll do it too. Don't want to take a second bite.
Come on, big deep breath, deep breath. Watch the bone.
Wow. Wow is all I can say. Don't say that Clark and I don't love you for having that experience. That was definitely rough. We're going to find a pub to have a pint right now, but please, if you are from England, let me know what you think about that. Do you actually go order jelly eels?
Yeah, who is getting off work and being like, I need a bowl of these cold
Hit me with some
eels.
jellied eels. I don't believe it, so let me know if you exist in the comments.
Next up, we figured that no British food video would be complete without visiting a pub to have a pint. Of course, you can find one on every street corner, but we decided to go to the oldest in the city.
All right, what's more London than a pub, and what's better than the oldest pub in London? This pub was rebuilt in 1667, and it served under all of these different kings. It's been open. Are you ready, Clark?
Yeah, I'm ready for a very strong drink after jellied eels.
This is known as Ye Olde Cheshire cheese, and inside it's all low ceilings, dark wood, and cozy rooms that feel like secret chambers.
This place is so cool, and it keeps going down into the wine cellar. Wow.
This is just so amazing because people have been drinking here and celebrating here for over 500 years.
Yeah, this is just so cool. I mean, coming from America, you never experiencing anything that's old like this, and if you have it still be preserved and you can come here and have a drink and be a part of history, it's cool. So let's go get a drink. A pub has stood here since 1538, but it was rebuilt in 1667.
They say that Charles Dickens used to drink here, and when you sit down, it's easy to see why. It honestly feels more like a time machine than it does a pub.
I will say though, people were not 6 feet coming down here 500 years ago. Look at Clark trying to go up here. Pops would definitely not fit.
The pub has many different rooms, so you can pick the least busy one, but we ended up picking the one with the dartboard, grabbed a few drinks, and then just hung out for about an hour playing darts. To jellied eels.
To jellied eels. Just Josh's cousin beating him at another bar game.
Man, nobody actually believes that.
All right, we redeemed our day with that spot because that was so cool. Such a fun historic experience to have a drink there, to play some darts.
If we didn't have a bunch of other food to eat, I'd probably be having a few more beers. And
Just hang out all day long.
Play
Yeah.
darts. Whoop Josh at darts. I mean,
Man.
what could be better?
At none.
As you can tell from this video, we get sidetracked often, and we found this place called Novelty Automation that we had to stop by. This is a bizarre little spot in London that's part arcade, part art installation, and totally unlike anything else. After converting your cash into coins, you can play one of the many strange games located throughout the property, including Pong with bicycles and these two.
All right, you gotta hold the button in there for as long as you can.
Oh, it's dripping on me. Oh, it's like warm water, dude. Oh, it's so wet. It was dripping hot liquid on my hand. That's awesome.
All right, so Clark went into Brave. I'm going to get frisked, apparently. Let's see what happens.
Oh man, that only cost 1 token?
Just giving me like a little hug. It's basically all barely. Keep close to the machine for the full frisk.
Oh.
In case you couldn't tell, what happened is that this came out and it punched me somewhere.
We only converted $10 into coins, and that allowed us to play 6 or 7 different games, and we spent about 30 minutes here. It was a good return on our investment.
So that was incredibly fun, and the highlight was that a little kid came in and he held his hand in the dog longer than Clark did.
The dog started drooling on my hand and I was out, and I didn't even get to the last part where the dog lunges at you.
The little kid was braver than Clark.
Heading on, it was time for more food, and this time a quintessential British experience, fish and chips. The dish itself dates back to the mid-19th century when one of the first fish and chip spots was open, which is also called a chippy. I don't know if this is one of the best in the city, but it was on our walk, so we decided to stop in.
So excited to eat fish and chips. I mean, what usually makes a good fish and chips is a nice crunch. I mean, you got a beautiful crunch, juicy, moist fish. This has everything that you need to have awesome fish and chips. I'm gonna do a little tartar sauce. Say what you want.
Tartar for the first bite.
Say what you want.
For the first bite.
Some things on this trip I haven't wanted to finish, but this will all be gone soon.
Based on what we've ate so far, I'm actually pretty hungry for the day, so I'm very excited for this. I'm also not a heathen like Clark. I'm trying the fish and chips without just dipping it immediately in tartar sauce, so you can't even tell how it tastes. Cheers. That is very good. It's flaky fish, just a good crunch from the outer shell, but not too greasy. That's a win.
Let us know what your favorite fish and chip spot is in the comments, and also let us know about mushy peas. I tried it many times and I don't dislike it, but it never really seemed to have much of a flavor for me.
We were trying to try another fish and chips place, but that had like 40 people in line, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna head on to one more thing, which is a Scotch egg.
On the way there, we found ourselves walking down Bond Street, or officially New Bond Street, which is home to some of the most exclusive retail in the world. Here you'll find brands like Gucci and Ralph Lauren, among others.
All right, Clark, I lost in darts, so we're going to Tiffany, Cartier, Gucci. Which one do you want?
I'm gonna have a Gucci.
There really are some wild stores on the street, and it's 100% not my vibe, but it was fun to do some window shopping while we were walking. There was also a La Durée there, which is Amy's favorite French macaron place, and the entire inside was wrapped in some sort of gold. It was a wild spot to go into. We did grab some macarons to bring back home though.
All right, and here we are. The food court of this spot right here is supposedly what made the Scotch egg.
This luxury department store known as Fortnum Mason has been here since the 1700s and has supplied everyone from celebrities to the royal family. While you can shop on the multiple levels, we just headed down to the market on the bottom floor to grab a Scotch egg. If you saw our Borough Market video, then you know that we didn't really like the Scotch egg there, but we decided we had to give it a second try. Especially at the place that invented it in the 1730s.
All right, our last dish from our time in London is the Scotch egg at the creator of the Scotch egg from the 1700s. It's also warm here, which is way better than our experience in Borough Market you can see up here.
There it is. Nice crispy outer shell.
It's like salty sausage, and the egg is just perfect. Look how gooey and jammy it is. This one is exciting. That's something that I can see having as a traveler, and why it was invented. It's so easy. You can just carry this thing and just eat it. It's got everything you need. Got meat, got fried bread, got an egg in there. It's a full meal in a ball.
The cold one yesterday was disgusting, but this is definitely strong. I'm down with the Scotch egg. It's no jelly eel, but I'm down with the Scotch egg. And with that, our day of exploring English food is over. Clark, moral of the story, get jellied eels, right?
No, stay away from the jellied eels. Wait in line as long as you need to go to that old bar.
That
place
was the highlight
awesome.
of the trip right there. Where can they find you, Clark?
Chef Clark Myers on Instagram, provisionsjh.com, provisionsjh on Instagram.
If you go to Jackson Hole, be sure to get some jellied eels. He's going to bring them to his food truck.
I will not be on the menu anytime soon.
We'll see you on the next one.
Would you rather eat 10 cold Scotch eggs or 1 piece of jellied eel?
10 cold Scotch eggs and sucking. It's not even up for debate, dude. You can put anything there versus jelly eel. I'm going anything else.